conference call. Our thoughts and prayers are with those that are affected by, Hurricane Harvey. We're thankful that our players' families are safe and people aren't in harm's way, even though some issues do occur with some of the families, which we won't discuss here. And we're looking for ways as a department and personally to try to assist the best we can in terms of all the victims in Southeast Texas. I think the players worked very well today in shells. We kind of have 2 Thursday practices before the first game. Intensity was good, mentally or better. I think the most important thing from here on out is, the physical preparation, other than, a light practice, kind of a light practice tomorrow. So a lot of it is about mental practice. How much mental preparation, mental practice do you get, whether it's watching film, going over things with the coaches, make sure you're well prepared to do your job, so that when you get there, you're going to be able to go out there with confidence and do what you need to do to make the plays you need to make. It's a very good team, so I think preparation is very, very important relative to their players and the system and schemes that they use. So, that's always a key, especially in the first game. Probably the team that can play with the most discipline and toughness, make the fewest mental errors, take care of the ball, probably will have the best chance to be successful in the game. Raekwon Davis did do a little bit of stuff in practice today. He's still day-to-day, and it's a medical decision as to when he can come back and be able to play.
Starting down the right with Chandler.
I was wondering how Jimbo's offense has kind of stood the test of time since, you had him at LSU and he's now. How has it stood the test of time as the game's evolved?
Well, I think it's a very well-conceived pro-style offense. I think he's very good at making changes relative to his personnel. There are similarities to some of the things he did back even at LSU, but it's sound, it's good, it's well executed, it's well taught, and it works. And the reason it works is they do a good job of executing it, but they have a lot of things that they do a little differently now that are great additions to what they do. And I just think they do a great job with their players in terms of their system is good, and they do a really good job of teaching it, coaching it, and the players do a good job of executing it.
Josh Frazier's been around here for a while now. How ready is he for a big role?
Well, I think Josh Frazier's had a good fall. He's had a good summer. He's got his weight down. His play has certainly improved consistency, and he's got a role in the 2 deep. In some situations, he'll be a starter, and the guy's done a really good job. And it'll be interesting to see how he responds when he goes out there and gets the opportunity to play against a good team.
From Mark.
Hey, 2 quick things, if I may. First, a quick update on Josh Jacobs. Will he be able to play?
He has not practiced yet. He's still in rehab, still working to try to get the strength back in his hamstring. If he can't practice tomorrow, he probably won't be playing in the game.
And then the second one, have you figured out what you want to do on kick return and punt return? Who are some of the guys working back there?
Yeah, we have, several guys that are very capable. Trayvon Diggs did it last year pretty effectively. Henry Ruggs has done it pretty effectively. Xavier Marks has been back there before and done it. That's on punt return, and some of those same players can do kickoff return. So, I feel good about the progress that we made in that area.
On the other side with Ryder.
How has Sean Dion Hamilton's progress been, obviously coming back from the injury, and also how much did that injury provide the opportunity for Rashawn to get much needed experience coming into this year?
Well, I think first of all, Sean Dion has had a good fall camp. I think he's confident in his situation relative to his injury. He's played very well. He's very instinctive. He knows our system very well. So he's always been a very dependable guy out there that you can count on doing what he's supposed to do and doing it very well. I think when Rashawn got the opportunity to play in the last 2 or 3 games of the season last year, after the SEC championship game. I'm sure that made him a lot more game ready relative to having confidence and knowing what it takes to prepare to play well in a game. And he played well for us when he had to play last year, and I think he's got a better understanding of what his role is and what he needs to do to be a leader on this team, this defensive team this year.
Wrap things up here, Cal.
I think I saw there 10 or 11, true freshmen on your 2 deep. I guess going into a game like this, big contest, national scene, what do you kind of hope to see from them on that stage that tells you maybe they're ready for more going forward?
Well, some guys will have a bigger role than others, obviously, but a lot of those guys have earned their way to be where they are, and I don't know how they'll respond. It takes a lot of maturity, I think, to be able to respond in these kind of situations, and when you have young players, it's always interesting to see how they respond, but however they do, these guys are good players that can help us. We need to help them grow and improve. This will give us a good idea of where they are, and then we'll know what we got to do to try to get them where they need to be. And that's kind of how we do it with all of our players, but especially important with young players, especially those that we feel can have a role and can contribute to our team.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you.